Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some terrific NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And, of course, David Aldridge is joining us tonight from the sideline. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. Taking a look at the Thunder. Westbrook and Oladipo, the athletic backcourt duo. Sabonis is out there with Adams, and it's Roberson with the three. And Paul George formerly wore the jersey number 24. A sports writer suggested he should go with the number 13, so his nickname could be PG-13. George liked the idea, so he did it.
And the more superstitious among us might wonder if he brought himself some bad luck with that number, but it is an auspicious number for him. Of course, back in 2013, he won Most Improved Player and made his first All-Star appearance. But I think the story is true. The fact that PG, in an effort to brand himself a certain way, wanted to be viewed as agreeable to all viewing parties. Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
Teague against Westbrook.
Oh,
man.
man.
Miles. Teague, the pass to Turner. The kick out to Young. Miles, that's good.
Fantastic heads-up play there from Young to find the open man.
Outside Westbrook. And the best to Roberson. Fires for three. To Oladipo. Pocket six. Rejected by Young. Thaddeus Young on the wing. Some nice passing here by Indiana. In the corner, Miles with it. There's the dish to T. And Young kicks to George. On deep, Miles. Score the basket. His second of 2 attempts.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
They grab their own miss. Second shot opportunity. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Kick out to Adams. Looking to end the run. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
That's now 4 misses on their first 5 attempts. Still trying to find the rhythm and flow here offensively.
In the corner, Miles with it. He dishes it to T. Turner passes to Young. Out to Turner. No good that time. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way.
And, you know, talking about pace, the Pacers have sped theirs up the last 3 seasons. They were the 6th slowest team back in 2013. Last season, they were in the top 10 fastest.
Young dishes to T. Inside. Outside for Miles. And George now top of the key. Lets it go from 14. And it's Miles missing. And a big part of playing faster is about personnel. Pacers with a more mobile front court and a lot of athleticism on the wing.
Well, it's really where the league seems to be going, and I love it as a basketball fan. Up-tempo, high-octane pace of play is entertaining. When you look at the Pacers, despite their quicker, smaller lineup, they still do a good job of rebounding the ball. Still in the top half of the league in terms of rebounding percentage last season.
For Oklahoma City, they have shot just 1 free throw, missing that one early. Jefferson is checked in for Turner. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Pacers have gotten just 3 of the first 9 shots to go down in this game. Teague kicks to Miles. Pass to George. Young dishes to Teague. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys, and they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
Adams' shot is good.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And Miles kicks to Jefferson. A three from George. Indiana again missing.
And he made sure not to just draw the foul. That was good defense out on the perimeter.
Very good. He's a thinking man's defender. Knows how to bother even the best shooters without being overly aggressive.
Here's Grant.
Not bad.
Jefferson sends it down. Young with no one around. That's good. And so two quick assists. Young's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And Westbrook, here we go. Offensive rebound. Second chance effort. And he lays it up and in.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
Teague, the pass to Jefferson. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Adams has got his third rebound tonight. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Westbrook with it. 11 feet away. Grant dishes to Westbrook. Takes it off the glass.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
And that does it for the first quarter. Thunder out in front as they end the first quarter with a 13-3 run. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And when you consider how the Thunder are doing, guys, what do you think?
They seem to be a step slower, and that's one reason why they've been able to own the rebounding edge.
Well, the anticipation's been better. As the ball hits the rim, it's going right to them. Solid job of them chasing it down and anticipating.
Young and Turner up front. C.J. Miles and Paul George are the wing. And it's Teague in at the point. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Pacers. I read somewhere Jeff Teague said that if he wasn't an NBA player, he'd be a battle rapper.
Wow, that's a pretty unique answer, and I know he likes to battle when he's out on the floor. So Teague is also a big sneakerhead, as they're called, has a huge collection of those as well.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Al Jefferson is now well known for his footwork, but he says he was a Warriors student when he first broke into the league. He said, when I got to Boston, I stole Paul Pierce's ball fake. In Minnesota, Tom DiGiannotti used to kick my butt every day in practice with his turnaround jumper, so I stole that. Everyone I go against, I like something they do, I steal it, put it in my own game.
Imitation, the highest form of flattery. Thanks, Pierre. So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor.
How about the vision of Ellis? Nice job finding guys in their spots.
The Thunder leading 5-5. Westbrook with it. And Allen picks him up defensively. Out left to the wing. Here's Roberson. Sinks the triple. Roberson got 6.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
It's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it. For Indiana, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Ellis kicks to Allen. Indiana moving the ball around. Seraphin.
Man, get out of here.
That was good off the back rim and in. Seraphin's got his first points of the game. Westbrook passes to Grant. Here's Roberson from outside off the mark. Pacers trail by 6. Over in the corner, Ellis. A putback. Allen. Tough break there. Shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter. And the shot goes in. Oladipo's got the lead up to 8 now for Oklahoma City.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off the perimeter guys, too.
To the paint. That's good from Allen on the assist from Monte Ellis. Allen's got 4 points in the quarter.
You know, you got to admire how good Allen is at getting position in the paint. Just forces his body into defenders so he can get where he wants to score inside.
And the Thunder from 2011 to 2014 made the Western Conference Finals twice, as well as the NBA Finals, while still one of the youngest teams in the league. They had, Greg, all the makings of a dynasty.
You felt like they were destined to win a championship and maybe multiple ones. Now you're not so sure. It's a tough business, and being very good often isn't good enough.
Miles Turner, he's checked in for Allen.
What's remarkable to me about Westbrook is that as much as he is used in the offensive game plan, I mean, this is a guy that is the focal point in terms of how they're going to play. That's a tremendous amount of pressure on a player, no matter how talented he is.
Jefferson's checked in for the Pacers. And thinking again about Westbrook and his high usage rate, it's incredible, Greg, because he still plays entirely efficient.
It's crazy. I mean, normally the more shots you take, the more your efficiency drops. But Westbrook seems to be free of that. It's a big reason why this team lets Westbrook do so much for them on the offensive end.
To the inside. It's stolen by Jefferson. Careening off the glass. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Oladipo.
Yeah, that one put them over the limit, and if they're not careful, this could turn into a parade at the free throw line.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring source for Oklahoma City.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And the other thing, though, is their execution in terms of their ball movement has been flawless. Sets up a lot of easy scoring opportunities.
And Indiana making a change here. George is checked in. And Jefferson gets it to go.
But you know what? Sometimes something good can come out of a bad possession.
Westbrook dishes to Adams. They get a hand on it. So here's Westbrook. 6 points for him. Okay, recovered. Shot clock at 3. He kicks to Adams. And Adams with the slam.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Westbrook again. Brooks. Double team on Westbrook. To the middle. Kick out to Adams. And Adams with the slam.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard.
Guys, it is symbolic of their effort here tonight.
And George kicks to Jefferson. He gets hauled in by Adams.
If they can end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup.
Here's Westbrook. And here's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. They'll go to the line. It's going to be on And who is the toughest to guard? No surprise. But Russell Westbrook is almost always at the top of the list in those surveys. He just strikes fear in opposing defenders.
And Kevin, it's a result of several factors in terms of why he tops that list. He has the game and the body to punish you for all 4 quarters, and he never lets up in his intensity. And also a knack for putting players who are caught sleeping on posters. It is both physically and mentally draining guarding a guy like Westbrook.
And Adams takes the rest and finished off by Westbrook.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong attack.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
It's Oladipo on the wing.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Teague, the pass to Young. Outside Jefferson. Dishes to Teague. Back to Jefferson. Puts it up from 17. Ellis kicks to Young. Stolen by Grant. Goes up. And the second half about to start here in just a few moments.
Looking at the game Adams has been having, 15 points, and he's blocked a shot today as well.
And he's clearly showing off his ways today. That block just being one of them. Just a savvy basketball player.
Dennis Cantor is up there with Douglas Burnett. And it's Taj Gibson. Then it's Norris Cole. Here is Miles. Teague for 3. It's good from one ring. Teague's got the first half in the second half. That one for the Pacers. Oklahoma City leading by 7. Abrinas the pass by Gibson. Here's Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
This guy is a beast on the board.
When he gets those second chance points, he does not waste one of them.
And you know what? It's always going to be a powerhouse finish with him. We know that for sure.
You know, that's hard to explain that play. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did.
And, you know, for the Pacers, an interesting history. They've assembled 2 elite squads that both kind of self-destructed in 2004 and 2014. This franchise hoping they can finally build the roster to break through and win it all.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
That's cool, man.
We know that the Thunder hired Billy Donovan as its new head coach. In his 2 decades at the University of Florida, he led them to 2 national titles with players like Al Horford and Joakim Noah. Defensive-minded coach, he's developed into a great offensive mind. Fellas, that's what he's trying to bring to OKC. Moving the floor, as he calls it. Creating space for their great scorers to operate.
Ball movement, player movement. That's where the league is going, DA. Thanks. And those great teams of the Pacers past, Alice and the Palace, nailing them in 2004. That brawl leading to suspensions and distractions.
And then a decade later, guys, a team that secured the #1 seed in the East stumbled down the stretch of Lynch finger pointing and accusations. The Pacers dismantling that core and restarting with a new identity. We'll see if they can get back into that title contender conversation once again.
Allen's checked in for Indiana. Robinson comes in for George. The Pacers trail by 13. got 5. In the corner, it's Robinson. And Norris Cole's going to pick up the foul.
Oh.
That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
McDermott with the steal.
Heads up interior defense there. He was ready for that entry pass.
And there's the foul. It goes on C.J. Miles. That's his first foul. Abrinas the pass to Gibson. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
Ah, that's bringing it down hard.
Guys, it was symbolic of their effort here tonight.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Abrinas, defended by Miles. The feed to Cantor. And no good. Excellent D there from Allen. Teague kicks to Miles. It's picked off. Pass to Abrinas.
Man.
McDermott kicks to Gibson. On the wing, Turner. Indiana moving the ball. And it's Allen slamming it down.
Man, I admire and like the determination of Allen. I mean, he never lets anybody get in his way when he's looking to throw it down. Plays with a lot of force.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
Ah, they're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim. This offense's first miss after 3 straight makes to start the second half.
Oh, man. He stole it. Yeah.
Pacers trail by 13. And Teague has it in the corner. And Cole kicks to Gibson. Here's McDermott. And finished off by McDermott.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode. Well, Jeff Teague is one of the tougher players in the league, despite his size, and he did a good job finishing through the contact.
Up top, Canner. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Down low. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Indiana's shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. The first free throw is good. Indiana making some changes. Kevin Seraphin, he's checked in for Turner. Ellis comes in for C.J. Miles. And it's Brooks in for Teague. The Thunder leading by 11. .158 left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Over in the corner, Cole. Pass to Abrinas. Hands it from downtown. Abrinas has got 5.
They're not going to run that play very often. But hey, they'll take it. Way to notch that 3.
You can't be pleased with all these easy looks they continue to give up here in the paint.
No, I'm sure he's not, Greg. I mean, their defense is showing a lot of holes, especially down low. That's unacceptable.
Checked in for the Pacers. We've got 1:48 left there in the 3rd quarter. Brooks dishes to Seraphin. Gibson with the steal. It's 2-on-1. Here's Cantor. Well, shot missing.
Come on, Cantor, bro.
And Indiana will go the other way with it. Ellis, the pass to Jefferson. The drive by Ellis. And he drops it in from the low post.
Boy, the penetrating ability of Ellis, just slashing through the defense and really twisting and turning them upside down.
And the foul on Monte Ellis. That'll be his second foul of the game. 1:15 left here in the third quarter.
Perfect inbounds play there. You couldn't have drawn it up any better.
Pacers trail by 14. Brooks kicks to Seraphin. Here's Jefferson, and Jefferson throws it down.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea, Kevin. I mean, they could use all the second chance points they can get.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Sweet move. Out of hand on it. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder.
Yeah, I think he just sees some things that can be improved and wants to get everybody back on the same page.
And usually that, to me, is a good use of the timeout. I mean, if there's something that he's noticed that can give his team a lift, I think he's got to try to take advantage of that.
And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. Pacers trail by 12. Seraphin dishes to Jefferson. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Adams. And Adams with the slam.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the buffer and don't let them set up the defense.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. Timeout called by Oklahoma City. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
The Thunder leading by 14. Outside Westbrook. The dive for the ball. Here's Roberson. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Thunder lead by 14. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Pacers trail by 14. George and Young are the forwards. C.J. Miles is out there with Teague, and it's Turner in the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Westbrook passes to Grant. And the dunk by Grant.
Yeah, on his menu, dunking is one of the specialties.
It's a block, man.
Jammer who really wrecks that rim.
And if you had to start a new team today, which small forward would you want? Why Leonard or this guy, Paul George?
Well, I'm a little biased. It's a tough call, quite honestly. I mean, arguably the best two-way players in the game. Kawhi has elevated his game offensively, and we know what he does defensively. But for my money, being a former Pacer myself, I'm going PG on that one.
Here's Westbrook. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Well, Westbrook has been great. 9 points and 8 dimes.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
And they've also worked hard to get the ball inside. They haven't just settled. And they hit a lot of high percentage shots in this game.
And the foul on Victor Oladipo. That is his first foul of the game. And Miles kicks to Young. Stolen by Grant.
Well, that was a superb read defensively. He jumped right into the passing lane the instant the ball left the passer's hand.
And Adams with the slam.
He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we
It's
said,
over, baby.
he's been making sweet string music all day long.
And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Here's Westbrook. The feed now to Adams. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And he can't get the first one. And he's good on the second. Here's George. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. And Turner the bucket on the assist by Teague. Teague's got 3 assists now in this one.
And Teague knew that he would be open there. Great patience and vision from the point guard.
Teague against Westbrook. To the left side wing. Robertson dishes to Oladipo. 6 to shoot. Adams.
And you gotta like the effort of Miles on defense.
Go.
Never making anything easy for shooters when he's in the area. Oladipo has been too much to handle. He has 8 points to the steal.
That free throw good from Oladipo.
And Victor Oladipo, the 2nd overall pick out of Indiana in 2013. Tremendous athlete, extremely hardworking and aggressive. Loved covering him as I did when he was in college in Indiana. He hasn't dominated, but he's making steady progress and is really a nice young player.
Pacers trail by 20. Teague, the pass to Turner. Back to Teague. And airballs the triple. That one was way off. And looking at Oladipo, would you say, guys, he's one of the better young shooting guards in the NBA?
Without question, I think so. I mean, perhaps the strength of his game right now is his on-the-ball defense. He's tenacious at that end of the floor. His offensive game, while not bad, is still a work in progress, but I think that's going to continue to be refined with time.
Stolen by Grant. By himself.
Oh! And one, baby.
I like the fact Grant isn't afraid to be risky on defense at times. I mean, using his wingspan, that gives him an opportunity to clog up passing lanes and maybe create some open court opportunities for his team.
And George kicks to Turner.
Not bad. Not bad.
Finishing it off.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
The Thunder leading by 21. And the whistle blows in the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Poked away. Miles dishes to tee. In the corner, Miles with it. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got his 4th assist in this one.
They found the touch from the field here in the second half. There was a struggle in that first.
A great assist. Nice work from Russell Westbrook.
Pacers trailed by 20. Here's Roberson. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And the foul goes against Indiana. Good on the second free throw. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. And Young kicks to Teague. Back to Young. Here's George. From deep, Miles. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
Really like the aggressive mentality of Miles. Every time he's touching the ball, he's looking to score.
Stolen by George. Miles the pass to George. Shoots it. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his first foul. Our timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Well, you know, C.J. Miles was drafted right out of high school back in 2005 and has over a decade in the league now and really in his prime as an NBA player. He's a quality swing man and can give you good minutes whether he's starting or coming off the bench.
Feed to Teague. It's stolen.
Man, you got to dunk that, bro.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. It's not an easy task.
Man,
stopping that fella.
anybody
He's
tough
headed
to
to the
beat,
bucket like
man.
that. Good job.
And Miles swinging to the power forward position defensively. We saw that throughout last season as the Pacers guys look to go small from time to time.
And, you know, the power forward position, not his best position defensively. Guys, his defense has improved overall in recent years, but his metrics defensively suffered because he was, in many cases, overmatched from a size standpoint. Offensively, he's a streaky shooter who can get it going from the three-point line and take you off the bounce in the paint.
Now, here's Westbrook, defended by Miles. 5 on the clock. Here's Westbrook.
That is young, a terrific athlete with a long wingspan, and that helps him do a nice job contesting shots.
Hey, guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Oklahoma City.
Full time this season, turnovers have cost them. They really kept the ball under control.
They were both focused and relentless. A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Adams. You have to love the way that he was closing out on defensive trips. He would always body up, and it's why he ended with so many boards.
We've got 1:13 left in the 4th quarter of this one. And it's Turner finishing it off.
What athleticism from Turner. My goodness. He loves getting chances to throw it down like that.
Here's Westbrook. Oh, he draws the foul. Chance for another point at the free throw line. It's on Thaddeus Young.
Yeah, might as well tack on a few more points to the lead, I guess. This is going to be a dominant win for them.
That's the right word for it.
Never
Greg.
look back, baby.
This one was as one-sided as we've seen in a while.
The baseline J. And Turner kicks to Young. Back to Turner. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young.
I'll tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. Westbrook double team. Oladipo outside. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Shoots from the baseline. Offensive rebound. Grant dishes to Westbrook. It's tipped. Brooks kicks to Ellis. He feeds it to Brooks. Back to Ellis. Expanding his range.
Good game, Doc.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
Defense. 5 points for George, baby. Come in 1 second, dog. I'm rolling up right quick. Hold on 1 minute, bro. I'm just rolling up.
pesar de todo.